You walk into a room you've never seen before, and suddenly you freeze. You know this moment.
The light, the sounds.
The words about to be spoken. You've been here before. Except you haven't. Not ever.
Oh, I hate that feeling. It's like the world hiccups for a second.
That little hiccup has a name. We call it déjà vu.
Deja vu, yeah. And it's deeply creepy. Where does it even come from?
That is one of the strangest questions in all of brain science. Because after 100 years of study, we still don't fully know.
Wait, really? Something this common, and nobody can explain it?
Almost everybody feels it, and almost nobody can say why. That's the mystery.
Okay, but it has to be something. A glitch? A memory? A ghost?
Not a ghost, I'm afraid. But glitch might be closer than you think.
Let's slow down. First, what exactly is déjà vu? Define it for us.
Déjà vu is a feeling. A strong sense that you've lived this exact moment before. But here's the key. It's only the feeling. There's no real memory behind it.
So it feels like a memory, but there's nothing actually there?
Exactly. Normally, a memory comes with details. Where? When? What happened?
Right.
If I remember my last birthday, I can picture the cake, the people.
But déjà vu has none of that. Just the raw feeling of I know this. The sense of familiarity switches on, with nothing to attach it to.
Like a doorbell ringing, but there's nobody at the door.
Oh, that's a good one. The bell rings. You open up. Empty step.
A perfect picture. Déjà vu is the familiar bell, ringing for no reason.
Okay, and the name. Deja vu, that's not English, right?
It's French. It simply means already seen.
Already seen. So the phrase is describing the illusion exactly.
The feeling that you've already seen a thing you're seeing for the first time.
So who gets it? Just weird people like me.
Huh. Most people actually, around 2 out of 3 have felt it.
2 out of 3. So it's not rare at all. It's almost normal.
Very normal. But here's a strange clue hiding in the numbers.
A clue. Go on.
Young people get déjà vu the most, and it slowly fades as we age.
Wait.
So teenagers feel it more than their grandparents?
Far more. It peaks when you're young, then quietly drops off over the years.
That's backwards. Shouldn't old people with more memories feel it more?
You'd think so. And that little puzzle is actually a big clue. Hold on to it.
So the young brain does this more. Interesting. What else do we know?
We know it's fast. A flash. It comes and goes in a few seconds.
Which must make it a nightmare to study. You can't catch it.
The hardest kind of thing for science. It's rare, quick, and impossible to plan.
You can't exactly tell a person, okay, have a déjà vu now, we're recording.
If only. So for a long time, this was a mystery no one could get near.
But something changed. I can hear it in your voice. You've got theories.
Oh, we have theories. Several. And each one opens a different strange door.
Then, let's open the first door. What's the leading idea?
To understand it, we need to know how memory really works. It's not one thing.
What do you mean, not one thing? A memory is a memory.
Not quite. Your brain runs at least 2 separate jobs when you recognize something.
2 jobs. Okay, what are they?
Job 1 is familiarity. A quick feeling of I know this, with no details. Job 2 is recall. The full memory. The where, the when, the story.
So familiarity is the fast one, and recall is the slow, detailed one.
Exactly. Usually they work together. You see a face, feel it's familiar, then recall the name.
And I'm guessing in déjà vu, those two come apart?
That's the leading theory. The familiarity switches on, but recall stays empty.
So the brain shouts, I know this, and then can't back it up.
A false alarm in the familiarity system. The bell rings, but there's no memory home.
Okay, but that's still just an idea. Is there any hard proof it's a brain circuit?
There is, and it comes from an unexpected place. From a study of seizures.
Seizures? Like epilepsy?
Yes. Some people have seizures that start in a memory part of the brain. It sits deep in the side of your head. We call it the temporal lobe.
And something happens there right before their seizures?
Many of them feel an intense wave of déjà vu. Every single time just before.
Wait. So a storm of electricity in that spot creates deja vu on demand?
On demand, which tells us something huge. Deja vu is not magic. It's a circuit.
A real physical circuit. And if you spark it, the feeling appears.
Doctors have even touched that area gently with a tiny current in careful tests.
And let me guess. The person suddenly felt they'd lived the moment before.
Just like that. A machine switching on a ghost that was never really there.
So the feeling can be produced. It lives in the wiring. That's oddly comforting.
Comforting and a little unsettling. Your sense of I've been here has an on switch.
Okay. So that's one door. The false alarm. What's behind the next one?
The next theory is about timing. And it's even sneakier.
Timing? How can a feeling be about timing?
Think about how much your brain does to build a single moment. It's a lot. Light hits your eyes. Sound hits your ears. And the brain stitches it all together.
And it feels instant. Like I'm just seeing the room right now.
It feels instant, but it isn't. Everything you experience is slightly delayed.
Delayed? So the now I feel already happened a tiny moment ago?
A fraction of a second ago. Your brain is always showing you a slight replay.
Okay, that's already unsettling and we're just getting started.
Now, here's the timing theory. Imagine two of those signals fall out of step.
Out of step how?
Suppose a scene reaches your memory system a tiny bit before you consciously notice it.
So part of my brain files it away just before I see it?
Exactly. And then, when you do consciously see it, the memory is already there.
So the moment arrives feeling like it's already been remembered.
A brand new scene, wearing the coat of an old memory. Because of a split-second slip.
So I'm not remembering the past. I'm remembering something from one blink ago.
That's the idea. A glitch in timing, dressed up as a glitch in time.
There's a simpler cousin of this too, isn't there? About not really looking.
There is. We call it split perception, and it happens more than you'd think.
Split perception. What's that one?
Imagine you walk into a cafe, but you're distracted, looking at your phone.
So I half see the room. I don't really pay attention to it.
Right? Your brain takes a quick, blurry snapshot without you noticing.
And then?
A moment later, you look up properly. Now you see the room fully, for the first time.
But my brain already has that blurry snapshot filed away.
So the full view matches something already inside, and it feels like a repeat.
So I did see it before. 2 seconds before. I just wasn't paying attention.
You met the moment twice. Once with half a glance, once for real.
And the gap between those two feels like a strange echo. Like déjà vu.
A moment quietly seen, then loudly seen. And the echo feels like memory.
Okay, my head is spinning, but in a good way. Is there a third door?
There is. And this one, we've actually tested in a lab. It's my favorite.
You said earlier you can't trigger Deja vu on command. How did they test it?
Cleverly. The theory is about shapes. About the layout of a scene.
The layout? Like where the furniture is?
Exactly. Think about the arrangement of a place. A room. A street corner. Now, imagine you walk into a new place whose layout matches an old one.
An old place I can't quite remember, but the shape of it is the same.
The same arrangement. The bell of familiarity rings because the pattern matches.
But I can't recall the old place, so there's no memory to explain the feeling.
And that empty, unexplained familiarity feels exactly like déjà vu.
So how did they prove that in a lab?
That's the clever part, right?
They built rooms in virtual reality. A whole set of little digital scenes.
Video game rooms. Okay.
Some of those rooms secretly shared the same layout. Same shapes, different decoration.
So one room might be a garden, another a junkyard, but arranged identically.
Precisely. Then they walked people through the scenes and watched.
And when someone entered a room that matched an earlier layout,
many of them reported it. That strange, itchy feeling of déjà vu.
Even though the new room looked totally different on the surface.
Because deep down, the pattern was an echo of one they'd forgotten.
So they actually built Deja vu out of nothing but matching shapes.
One of the first times anyone reliably created the feeling in a lab.
That's a real breakthrough. A ghost, finally caught in a jar.
A small piece of the ghost, at least. It supports the forgotten similarity idea.
But wait. Does that mean all deja vu is just a room I half remember?
Probably not all of it. And that's the honest, frustrating truth here.
The different theories might all be a little bit right.
That's where most scientists land. Deja vu may not have one single cause.
So it's not one glitch. It's a whole family of glitches, wearing the same mask.
Beautifully put. Several different slips, all producing the same eerie feeling.
Okay, now I want the big twist. Because I know you're saving one.
You know me too well. Here it is. What if deja vu isn't a mistake at all?
Not a mistake. It literally feels like the brain breaking.
Or the brain working. Let me take you back to that age clue from the start.
Right.
Young people feel it more. It fades as we get older. That was odd.
Very odd. If deja vu were simple memory decay, old people should feel it more.
But it's the opposite. So what does that flip tell us?
Here's one beautiful idea. Deja vu may be the brain checking its own memory.
Checking it? Like running a test on itself?
Think of it as a fact check. Your familiarity system says we've been here before, and another part of the brain steps in and says, wait, have we really?
So the weird feeling is that argument. One part claims a memory, another doubts it.
Exactly. Deja vu might be the very moment you catch a false memory in the act.
So the eerie feeling is your brain refusing to be fooled.
A little internal alarm. This feels familiar, but I don't trust it, and it's right.
So it's not a glitch. It's the brain being a good detective.
And that fits the ages perfectly. A young brain checks itself sharply and often.
And as we age, that checking system slowly gets weaker.
So older people may feel deja vu less, not because they have fewer false memories.
But because their brain catches those false memories less often.
A chilling thought quietly hiding inside a harmless feeling.
So every deja vu might be a small victory, a caught mistake.
Your mind keeping itself honest, flagging a memory that doesn't add up.
I came in thinking it was a bug. Now you are telling me it might be a feature.
The most reassuring theory of them all. Though, honestly, we still can't be sure.
And there's the mystery again. Even the comforting answer comes with a maybe.
Every door we open shows us another door. That's deja vu for you.
Please tell me deja vu is the only weird trick the brain does like this.
Oh, Sam, it has a whole family of strange cousins. Want to meet them?
Yes.
Absolutely. Introduce the family.
The first one is the mirror image of deja vu. We call it jamais vu.
Jamais vu. Let me guess. More French.
More French. It means never seen. And it's the exact opposite feeling.
The opposite? So instead of the new feeling old.
The old suddenly feels new. Something totally familiar turns strange and foreign.
When would that ever happen?
Here's the wild part. You could trigger it right now, at home. Listeners too.
Ooh.
A live experiment. What do we do?
Pick a common word. Something simple. Let's use the word door.
Okay. Door. Easy.
Now say it over and over in your head. Door, 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 door.
Keep going. Door. 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 Door.
Wait. It's starting to sound wrong. Like it's not even a real word.
That is jamais vu, a familiar word, suddenly stripped of its meaning.
It goes from obvious to what a strange sound humans make.
Your familiarity system briefly gives up. The word turns into a stranger.
Okay, that genuinely worked and now I'm a little disturbed. Thanks.
You just felt your own brain flicker. Same machinery as deja vu, running in reverse.
What's the next cousin?
Deja rêvé. It means already dreamed.
Already dreamed? So you feel like you saw this moment in a dream?
A powerful sense that the thing happening now appeared in an old dream.
That one really does feel spooky, like a message from your sleeping self.
And it's easy to see how, long ago, people thought it meant something magical.
A vision. A prophecy. A past life.
All the old explanations. And there's one more cousin, the gentlest of them.
Go on.
Presque vu, almost seen. You know it as the tip of the tongue.
Oh, that one I live in. The word is right there, and I just can't grab it.
The feeling of a memory hovering just out of reach. So close you can taste it.
So the brain has this whole set of near misses. Familiar, unfamiliar almost.
A family of glitches, all playing tricks with that one feeling. Knowing.
Before science got hold of this, how did people explain it?
In every dramatic way you can imagine. For a long time, it felt supernatural.
Past lives, right? I remember this because I lived it before I was born.
That was a favorite. A memory leaking through from some earlier life.
Others thought it was a message, a warning, a brush with fate.
A glimpse the universe wasn't supposed to hand you. A crack in destiny.
Honestly, in the moment, those explanations feel more true than brain glitch.
They do. The feeling is so vivid that a small science word seems too weak for it.
And here's a surprise. The name itself isn't very old.
Right? The term déjà vu was only really adopted a bit over 100 years ago.
So people felt this forever, but had no tidy name for it until recently?
Humans felt the shiver for all of history. The label is the new part.
A feeling older than language, finally handed a two-word French code.
And now it's everywhere. In films, it's that glitch in reality moment.
The character feels déjà vu, and you just know something is wrong with the world.
Storytellers borrowed the shiver because everyone, everywhere, knows it.
A private glitch that we all somehow share. That's kind of beautiful.
It might be the most universal, strange moment there is. And once it had a name,
Science could finally start to chase it properly.
So for most of us, déjà vu is a quick flash and it's gone. Is it ever more?
for a few people, sadly, yes. And it becomes something much harder to live with.
Harder how?
There are rare cases of what we might call chronic déjà vu. It never switches off.
Never off? So they feel like they've lived every single moment before?
All day long. And it can twist how they live in quiet, painful ways.
Give us an example. I can't quite picture it.
Some have refused to watch the news or read a paper because it all feels like a repeat,
They think, why bother? I've already seen this.
even though they haven't. The feeling is so strong, it overrules the facts.
That's heartbreaking, actually. The familiarity alarm. Stuck in the on position.
And it shows how much we rely on that feeling to tell us what's new and what's old.
We never notice it until it breaks. Then it runs our whole life.
A quiet system doing constant work that we only see when it goes wrong.
Okay, I have to ask the big spooky question. The one everyone secretly wonders.
Let me guess. Does déjà vu mean you're seeing the future?
Yes. Because it feels like you know what's about to happen next.
It really does feel that way. And people have believed it for centuries.
So, is there anything to it? Be honest.
Honestly, the evidence says no. When tested, people can't actually predict what comes next.
But it feels like I can. In the moment, I'm sure I know what's coming.
That feeling is part of the trick. Your brain says this is familiar.
And familiar quietly turns into I know what happens next.
But when researchers checked, the guesses were no better than chance.
So the sense of knowing the future is just the familiarity feeling in disguise.
A powerful illusion. Your certainty is real. Your prediction, sadly, is not.
So it's not a window into tomorrow. It's a hiccup about right now.
A glitch about the present, wearing the mask of the future. Nothing more.
Can I zoom out for a second? All of this rests on how memory works. And that's strange too.
Wonderfully strange. Most people picture memory like a video recording. It isn't.
It isn't. I always thought my memories were little films I could just replay.
They feel like films. But your brain doesn't store a moment whole. It stores pieces.
Pieces. And then what?
Every time you remember, your brain rebuilds the scene from those pieces. Fresh.
So I'm not replaying the past. I'm reassembling it. Every time.
Every single time. Memory is less a recording and more a story you retell.
And a story can be told a little differently each time.
Which is why memories quietly change over the years, without you ever noticing.
Okay, that's unsettling. So my past is basically a rumor I keep repeating.
Ha.
But it explains déjà vu, doesn't it? If memory is built, not stored.
They could be built wrongly. A feeling of old can be stitched onto something new.
So false familiarity isn't a weird bug. It's a normal risk of how memory is made.
Exactly. The same flexible system that lets you remember it all can misfire.
The price of a creative memory is the occasional ghost.
Beautifully said. Deja vu may be the small tax we pay for a mind that rebuilds the past.
Quick question. Does literally everyone feel déjà vu?
Not quite. A small number of people say they've never felt it. Not once.
Never? Not even the tiny shiver?
Never. And oddly, it doesn't seem to mean anything is wrong with them.
So some brains just don't do the glitch.
Or they do it so smoothly they never notice the seam. We honestly can't tell which.
And very young children don't seem to report it either.
Right? It seems to need a certain amount of memory built up first.
So you have to have a past before your brain can trick you about it.
A strange little rule. No memories, no false memories. The ghost needs a house first.
Here's something I've noticed. It seems to hit at certain times more than others.
You've spotted a real pattern. Deja vu loves a tired, stretched brain.
Tired. Okay, so when I'm running on no sleep.
The checking systems get sloppy. The wires cross more easily. And up it pops.
What about stress? I feel like I get it during busy, overwhelming days.
Stressed is the same thing. A rushed, overloaded brain makes more little slips.
And traveling. I always get it in new cities.
A classic trigger. New places, packed with shapes that half-match old ones.
So a foreign street corner rings the familiarity bell by accident.
Constantly. New scenery is a minefield of almost memories. Perfect Deja vu weather.
So my jet-lagged brain, dropped in a new city, is basically begging for it.
Practically inviting it. Tired, overstimulated, surrounded by half-familiar shapes.
All the conditions for the wires to cross at once.
So the more I travel, the more haunted my own head gets.
Not haunted, just busy. A brain doing a lot of fast guessing.
And guessing fast is exactly when it slips. The perfect storm for a ghost that isn't there.
So tired, stressed, or somewhere new. Basically, a normal week for me.
Ha.
No wonder it feels so common. And here's the frustrating part.
You can never study your own deja vu properly, because the moment you notice it,
It's already fading. I try to grab it and it slips away.
like waking from a dream and reaching for it. The harder you look, the faster it goes.
So we're all carrying around this strange experience we can barely examine.
A feeling that dies the instant you point a light at it. No wonder it stayed a mystery.
It's almost shy. Like it only exists when you are not looking straight at it.
And that shyness is exactly why science took so long to get anywhere near it.
But we did get near it. Circuits, timing, forgotten rooms, a self-checking brain.
Real progress on one of the ghostliest feelings a human can have. That's something.
Okay. Before I lose the thread completely, can we gather all of this up?
Good idea. Let's lay the whole mystery out, piece by piece.
Go ahead, Sam. Start with what deja vu actually is.
It's a strong feeling that you've lived this exact moment before.
But with no real memory behind it. Just the raw sense of, I know this.
The familiar bell, ringing with nobody at the door. Now, the theories.
1. A false alarm. The familiarity system fires while recall stays empty.
And seizures and gentle currents in the temporal lobe can switch it on. So it's a real circuit.
2.
2. A timing slip. A scene reaches memory a blink before you notice it.
So the new moment arrives already wearing the coat of a memory.
And its cousin, split perception. You half see a place, then see it fully.
3. A forgotten similar place. A layout that matches one you can't recall.
They even built that one in virtual reality, using matching room shapes.
And the big twist?
Maybe it's not a bug at all. Maybe it's the brain checking its own memory.
Catching a false familiarity in the act, which is why the young feel it most.
And no, it can't tell you the future. That's the familiarity feeling in disguise.
And it has a strange family. Jamais vu, Deja rêvé, the tip of the tongue.
A whole set of little glitches, all playing with one feeling, knowing.
You've held the entire mystery. And notice, it still doesn't have one clean answer.
Which somehow makes it better. It's a puzzle we all carry and none of us have solved.
So here's the thing to take with you. The next time it strikes, that shiver of, I've been here before, don't be afraid of it.
It isn't a crack in the world. It's a flicker in the machine that builds the world.
A little proof that seeing and remembering are quietly happening every second.
And usually, they work so smoothly you never feel the join.
Deja vu is the rare moment you feel the seam, the stitch in your own reality.
I walked in thinking my brain was haunted. Turns out it's just paying attention.
Haunted houses don't fact-check themselves. Yours does quietly all day long.
So enjoy the next one. It's your mind, showing you its hands for half a second.